A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, come to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I am Florin Rajendran. Let's start off with a look at your headlines this afternoon.
Devotees of Islam the world over celebrates the festival of Ramadan. MP MVLkumar steps down from the COPE committee. Kusal Janit to receive compensation from the International Cricket Council. Water supply to remain disrupted in many areas in Colombo. 50,000 rupees monthly allowance approved for partially damaged homes following Salava blast.
After the conclusion of the fast for 30 days, Muslims the world over celebrate Ramadan today.
The 9th month of the Muslim calendar is known as Ramadan, and they begin their fast over observing the first moon of the month. The fast ends after the sighting of the first moon of the 10th month of the Muslim calendar, known as Sawal. Eid-ul-Fitr dawns with the sighting of the first moon of the month of Sawal. The chief religious observances of the celebrations were conducted this morning at the Colombo Grand Mosque by the chief cleric Imam MSM Fazlim. Special prayers to mark Eid ul-Fitr took place this morning at the mosques around the country and the Golface Green. The festival of Ramadan was also celebrated by Muslim devotees around the world.
President Maithripala Sirisena, releasing his message in lieu of Ramadan, says that the period of fasting practiced in Islam could be described as a noble quality of self-sacrifice.
Issuing a message to mark the Eid ul-Fitr, President Maithripala Sirisena extended his best wishes to all followers of the Islamic faith as they celebrate the Eid ul-Fitr at the conclusion of the Ramadan fast. He adds that devotees engage in an exemplary observance by coming into a spiritual life from a material life with a pure mind and good practices. According to the President, they fast during the day in order to physically undergo the pangs of hunger suffered by the poor brethren, displays a noble quality of self-sacrifice. Issuing his message in lieu of Ramadan, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that Ramadan brings a message of peaceful coexistence, sharing and harmony to all. He adds that from fasting to celebrating and sharing, Ramadan brings all of us an important message given its concern and caring for the poor and the needy. The period of fasting signifies self-discipline and imparts the ability to truly understand and comprehend the cost of self-denial.
Meanwhile, residents of Colombo and its suburbs have been inconvenienced due to the disruption of water supply to the area. The supply of water from the Ambathale water purification plant to the Dehivala water distribution centre was halted yesterday after a main pipeline carrying water between the two locations was damaged. Residents of Dehivala, Mount Lavinia, Bellavata, Kirlupana, Pamankada, Havelock Town, Bamalapitiya, Kolpiti, Jayantipura, Palavata, Mulleriava, Ambathale and Koilavata were severely inconvenienced by the water cut. It is unfair to disrupt the supply of water on a day like this. People have to wash and be clean on the day of Ramadan. We didn't even get an opportunity to do so.
They didn't even inform us about the water cut. There was a water cut at 6 last evening and they told us that they will resume the supply at 6 this morning. But it didn't happen. We do not know how long it will take. We didn't have a way of washing, so we went to other places to have a wash. We request a speedy solution to this issue.
Deputy General Manager of the National Water Supply and Drainage Board, K.W. Premarsiris, said that the water supply will be returned to normal within a few hours.
We cannot say how long it will take to complete the repair work, but we are taking measures to finish the repairs as soon as possible and resume water supply as soon as we can. For this purpose, we have utilized all our staff.
UNP MP of the Kandy district, MVLkumar, has decided to step down from the COPE committee. He said that his letter of resignation has been handed over to the Speaker of Parliament.
I handed in my letter of resignation from the COPE committee yesterday. I was elected to Parliament for the first time round last year. I was privileged enough to receive a position in the COPE committee. I have also been given the opportunity of being part of several committees discussing the Constitution. Due to the nature of the COPE committee and its fast pace, I have found it difficult to allocate time for it. Therefore, I reached a decision to hand over this opportunity to someone else and decided to step down. I am of the personal opinion that an individual who is capable of fully dedicating his time for this committee should be appointed to this position.
Chairman of the COPE committee, Sunil Handunete, confirmed that he was informed by the office of the Leader of the House regarding MP MVLkumar's decision. Moving to more local news, a suspect who was in possession of a stock of Kerala ganja was arrested in Jaffna. According to the police, the suspect was arrested when the motorbike in which he was travelling was subjected to an inspection. A stock of Kerala ganja weighing 24.5 kilograms was discovered in his possession. Following questioning, another 17.4 kilograms of Kerala ganja concealed in a deserted house was discovered. Thereby, the police adds that a total of 41 kilograms was discovered during the operation. The Cabinet of Ministers decided yesterday to grant a monthly allowance of 50,000 rupees for residents of houses that were partially damaged following the explosion at the Salav army camp.
Proposals for course of action regarding the damaged houses and businesses following the blast at the Salav army camp. By now, 50,000 rupees have been given to 400 families. As it may take a few months for the area to return to normal, it was approved to grant 50,000 rupees to individuals whose houses were partially and completely destroyed in the blast. Also, the proposal put forward by the Minister of Disaster Management, Anurupreda Shunyapa, to act upon the recommendations of the Estimation Committee when granting damages to mobile assets that were damaged was also approved. The development of a rainwater drainage system in the western province. The area is constantly under the threat of floods as a number of major rivers such as the Kalu and Kalnu rivers flow through the area. Therefore, as a long-term solution for the issue of floods in these areas, 8 projects including the construction of 2 small underground tunnels to divert rainwater to the sea and the construction of 2 pumping stations put forward by the Minister of Megapolis and Western Development, Patali Champika Ranavaka, was approved.
In sports news this afternoon, the International Cricket Council has decided to provide compensation to Sri Lankan opening batsman Kusal Janit Pereira after investigations proved that the doping allegations levelled against him were false. Chairman of Sri Lanka Cricket, Tilangu Sumatipala, informed the media today that the ICC will provide compensation to Kusal Janit for the damages caused to his name as well as the charges incurred for the legal defence. Kusal Janit was slapped with a temporary ban in November last year after allegations of doping were levelled against him. As a result of the ban, Kusal Janit was unable to take part in national duties for a period of 6 months and also missed the 2016 World T20 tournament. Well, with that, we wrap up lunchtime news here at News First, wishing all the Muslims around the world a happy Ramadan. Signing off for the News First team, I'm Florian Rajendran. Take care and God bless.